People on Florida's Gulf Coast are starting to assess the damage to their homes and businesses after one of the strongest storms ever to hit the United States. Hurricane Michael tore into northwest Florida on Wednesday with winds of more than 150 miles an hour. Emergency workers say Mexico Beach was worst hit. The BBC's Gary O'Donoghue went to visit the town.
2 days ago, this was an orderly beachfront community, home to around 1,200 people. But street after street, Michael tore through this town, uprooting and smashing everything in its path. This is what the Federal Emergency Director is calling ground zero. It's completely devastated the street down to the sea. Just 2 houses left standing and people's things all over the street. Microwaves, mattresses, kitchen sinks, you name it. The stuff of everyday life turned into detritus in the matter of a few hours. Around the town, friends and neighbours are doing their best to console one another. Hard to do when your dream retirement home has ended up like this.
I think, there's a lot of, anger and shock and, just emotion, that is at its peak right now. So I think we just need a few days to digest what has happened and see how the rebuilding is going to happen.
Mexico Beach was also the maximum point of the storm surge, the water here rising more than 8 feet at the height of the onslaught. One resident says she had 5 feet of water in the downstairs of her house, the floors and the furniture now ruined.
I was in and out of the closet and I was going to check on my husband and I was just a basket case, and to hear that roar is just amazing. It's so loud.
30 miles west of Mexico Beach, the hurricane's aftermath proved a temptation some couldn't resist. This was a family dollar store, and when we arrived there were a whole bunch of people who were helping themselves to pretty much everything inside, mainly the cigarettes and the batteries. They were taking those away in bagfuls, and while we've been here a whole load more people have come back and been doing exactly the same. It's a bit of a free-for-all. But for the time being, the priority is seeking out anyone who might need urgent help as the rescuers make their way to some of the more isolated communities. Life will not be back to normal here anytime soon. Gary O'Donoghue, BBC News, Florida.